All right, guys, episode 74, fresh off the mats. Let's do the damn thing. Ugh.
Go back.
No, dude.
Go back. Do it again.
No, dude.
Go do it again.
No, I'm
do it
too
again.
tired to do it.
Go do it again.
At full clip.
What the hell was that?
I'm tired, bro. It's
What was
been a
that?
week.
Are you kidding me? It has been a week, bro. I woke up this morning. I was like, it's only Wednesday.
I told you earlier I didn't sleep well. I only got like 3 hours of sleep.
Welcome to my life, fucking baby.
Well, I'm not used to that. I sleep at least 7 hours a night. 'Cause I'm a normal human.
I'm normal. Fuck you.
You're not normal. This guy plays video games till 3 in the morning.
Sometimes it's not even I'm
Wakes
playing a
up
video
at
game.
5.
Sometimes I just I don't. I don't wake up at 5.
Whatever
7 to
it is.
7:30.
Yeah. 3 hours of sleep. Cool. I'm not used to this. I hate this.
You get used to it. It'll be all right.
I'm not gonna get
Do-
used to
do-
it. I'll
do it
never
for a week
this
straight.
shit. Fuck you,
Just
dude.
destroy your health.
Fuck you.
Destroy your brain.
Fuck you. Everything's moving at a sluggish pace today.
Yeah. Suffer.
I'm still
It was-
gonna whoop your ass
It
today.
was so funny because it's not funny because it does suck when you I was a shift worker in the Marine Corps. We did security, so when we would get the new boot drops coming in, they would do that, and when they would first get on shift, especially like a night shift, you would see them, and what we would say is like you call it bobbing for cock, because they'd sit here at like 3 a.m. and they do this shit. Because they're just fucking dead tired, and they're like, and then you see them just start doing the most random shit, trying to stay awake. They'll stand up, look out the window like this is zombied out. They're like, dude, how long do we do this? And we'll be 2
You would
weeks.
think out of everything, the military would be pretty strict on sleep because they wouldn't want, I don't know, people. The fuck is that?
Yeah, that's my phone.
Oh shit!
Alright, later, guys.
I'll see you, bro. They wouldn't want people falling asleep while they have guns and shit like that.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
No, you can't fall asleep.
But that's what I'm saying is like I feel like the military out of all branches would like, hey, we should prioritize the guy's sleep so that way when they're defending our country, they're optimal and not, I don't know, dozing off. Then we wonder why 9/11 happens because of shit like this.
No, that happened because our security was piss poor then.
Yeah, because back then they probably were
We were
working
very-
people and they couldn't sleep.
No, they were just complaining. Bro, you used to walk onto the plane.
Yeah.
There was no security check. It was just, okay, bye, and then you just walk around with it back.
Yeah, this is such a.
Honestly, like, sucks that it took 9/11, but damn, like, I don't get mad at security. It sucks that you have to show up like
No,
an
I
hour
get
early.
mad at security, bro.
That's because you.
One guy brought bombs in his shoes. Now we all have to take our fucking shoes off at the airport. One guy.
Had bombs in his shoes.
That's why
Is that
we
what
take
you
our
get?
shoes off at the airport, dude. But here's my thing. Everybody goes in this fucking lift your hands above your head scanner thing. Is it not scanning your feet? So then why do we have to take our shoes off still?
I don't know.
If it's a full body scanner, I do not understand why we gotta take our shoes off.
I don't know. I have TSA pre-check.
No. I'm a TSA pre-check. I can't wait 10 minutes on a line because I don't prep ahead of time to make sure I leave optimal time to go to the airport. If you're not getting to the airport 2.5 hours ahead of time, that's a you
You
problem.
only need to do that if it's international.
I don't give a fuck. I don't
For
care. Nope.
a continental flight, you'll show up 3 hours early?
2.5 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours early.
Bro.
2 to 2.5 hours early. If your flight's at 4, you best be in that bitch 1:30, 2 o'clock.
I'm there
latest.
I'll be there by 3.
Yep, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I need TSA pre-check because this is taking too long.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, you panicking because you're not leaving yourself enough time.
No, I got it from the military.
Oh, okay. So you have military privilege?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You could have signed on the line.
Nope.
You still could, actually.
Nah,
How
fuck
old are you?
that. I'm not doing. I'm gonna be 33 this year.
Yeah, you can get a waiver.
Yeah, and the second they do a physical and they're like, oh, this is torn, this is torn, this is torn, this is torn.
Just
You
say
have
you
to
don't.
slip it.
You'll be alright.
Nope.
Just say no.
They be like, oh, look at them flat feet, boy.
I have flat feet.
Nope. I'm not going. I cut my pinky toe off before I go to the military. Fuck that, dude.
It's not that serious.
No, I don't want to go.
He's not.
Bro, I cherish my life. Like when people are just like, oh, you're a pussy, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'm not saying it's not commendable to be in the military or
not
armed
everyone that
forces.
goes in is tough.
We need people like that, and they are tough and like whatever. I am not that tough guy. I'm not that. That's not me. I don't want bullets whizzing by my head. You know why?
That's only 1%.
Because I know all it takes is one, and you're dead, and lights just go out. I don't. I want to live forever.
You know, only 1% is infantry, right?
I understand.
So there's 99% of the rest of the military that is non-combat related.
I get it.
Probably, I'll give it like 3% because there's things like artery and stuff like that.
But still, you never know when you're gonna have to go or have to do anything.
True.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that because I fear death. I want to live forever. We've already talked about this. I don't want to die, and I know how. If you're in the military, bro, it just takes one bullet. Doesn't even take a bullet. Could take a bomb going off and a fucking pipe goes whizzing by your head and kills you. Bro,
you worry so much about death.
Because I don't want to die. I know how fragile life is, and it takes one. Bro, all the videos where someone's texting and they're walking, and had they just been looking up, they would have seen the truck coming, and they just die. The lights just go out. 1 second, you're texting your wife, "Hey, baby, I love you. I'll be home," and bam, you're dead.
Just like The Boys.
You're just gone.
Just in The Boys, the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Homegirl's just fuck.
Yeah. One day you have all these grandiose plans by your life. Oh, I can't wait to go on vacation. I can't wait to do this. And next second, you just die. You're just gone. Forever. Fuck that, dude.
Just accept it.
No, I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to do everything I can to live forever.
You can't control that.
Bro, science going to catch up. The next
20,
We're
about to give this man a therapy session.
20, 30 years from now, they're going to take a pill and they're going to like rejuvenate everything in your body.
That'd be pretty dope. I really hope something like that comes around.
I would pay $50,000 to $100,000 if they came out with that.
Yes.
I feel like, hey, you take this pill and your body feels like it's 20.
Now, what if it turns into like how the I Am Legend thing was?
What?
How like that? Like you remember in I Am Legend, it started because they cured cancer.
Oh.
And then came out with those people.
Well, obviously, I don't want to be a zombie, so.
They're making a second apparently. Apparently, it's official.
Just stop, dude.
Wow, that was a great movie.
Bro, get creative. Make some new things. Do you know they're doing the movie Twister again?
No way.
Bro, did this movie need a remake?
It's just like a...
Did this movie need a remake?
Like Sharknado? Doesn't Sharknado have like fucking 6 movies?
Yeah, because it started as a meme.
I've never seen that.
It was a sci-fi original. Anything that's a sci-fi movie original, this guy always gotta be fucking with shit. Just can't sit still.
No.
Bro, god damn it, bro. Just sit still. Put your water here.
Impossible. It's impossible.
God damn, man. I'm gonna get a hernia one day. Or a stroke. I don't know. Whatever affects the brain. Too tired to think right now. This is the Sleepy Joe episode. Vote for me.
Vote for me? I got it. That clicked. Oh, that's funny. That was a good one.
What did he say? What did he say one time when he jumbled word? There's been a few of those times.
Yeah.
But there was one time where it was like, African American, blah, blah, blah. He said, like, he started rambling, and everyone in the audience was like, what is he about to say next? He just went on a fucking tangent, bro. Joe Biden tangents, when he jumbles up a fuck ton of words, they're the funniest
things.
And
I love when they say he's the healthiest mentally that he could be. I was like, that's obvious that he's
not. Stop.
I don't get
Drywall makes more sense than this man.
Like,
God.
It's okay to admit, dude, you're old as shit. Like, it's fine.
And we do this. We don't bring like 35-year-olds in or anything like that. We're just like, this guy's 70. Let's prop him up as our candidate. I know he's only got a 10, 15 good years left. Let's make sure these are the most stressful next 4 out of the last 15 years this guy has left. Let's make sure these are super stressful years because it's a super stressful job.
Every single I do those pictures when you see presidents before and after their term is fucking wild.
Why are we doing this to people? Why are we like, he's 70, so the next 4 years let's stress him out and then bitch about how he's
wasn't Obama? He was the youngest president, right? And then that man looked like
he went in with no grays.
And
he came out
looking
gray.
fucking 20 years older.
He looked like a Q-tip, bro. Came out gray.
And then what was funny? Did you see the after photo?
Yeah.
4 years after? No, the 4 years after he was done being president.
Oh, no, I didn't see
It's like he reversed age, bro. That man, you can see like it went from his beginning term, 8 years later, looked like, holy shit, bro, it beat you up, to then after Trump, the 4 years after, dude like reversed in age like 15 years, dog.
Bro,
That shit was so funny.
You need 4 years where you just disappear and not talk to anybody. I feel like just to recover.
I mean, that's what he was doing. He's just going on, like, he went across the country just talking to people.
Yeah, dude, this is such a job I would never want. They could be like, hey, we'll give you $1 billion. Dude, what?
Yeah, what is it they make, like $250? They make $250 a year? I don't know if it's changed.
Bullshit. Then they go on all this world tours and shit.
Yeah, they make a lot more. Especially after, because then they start writing books.
They give a speech to Bank of America and make $1 million. How the fuck do you get paid $1 million for a 20-minute speech?
Man, a lot of talking.
This is filtering money because of things that you did favors for that company while you were president. Yeah,
this is just because we wanted you talk to our company. Be like,
no, it's the legal. It's the legal laundering. It's the legal way to do it. We paid you for a speech. They can't outright just give you $1 million, so they can say, "Hey, talk to us about fucking elephants for the next 15 minutes and how they're raising the economy in Africa."
So
I don't fucking know.
I saw a recent thing. This is political, so if you guys get offended by it, get over it.
Whatever, fast forward.
Yeah, fast forward. That's a better one. Scrub through, you'll be alright.
Scrub through.
But what's it called? Biden went out saying how we are right now in the best economic standpoint that we could possibly be.
No, listen. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat, but I gotta say, while Trump was in presidency, things were pretty good, man. Things were pretty good. My portfolio was a lot better. Money was flowing a lot better. People seemed to be happier economy-wise, like with their finances. I don't know, man. After he left, things started to take southern turns, man. I don't know. I don't know a lot of people that are like, the last 8 years have been a blast.
The last 8 years have been rough, dude.
Yeah. For business owners, listen, like if you own your own business, yeah, it's been a blast. But I know a lot of people.
Of the COVID time frame.
Yeah, I listen. We made money, and I know it's only because we got lucky of the fact that we lived in Florida, so we had more leniency. But we geographically got lucky that the gym was not based in like New York or California, where like they had to shut down. We would have had to shut down. We got lucky that it was Florida, dude.
Yeah,
I thank my lucky stars every day that we were in Florida during COVID. They were like 6 weeks, and everybody in Florida was like, "Yeah, sure." And then fucking...
What was it, like 2 weeks later?
No, it was 4 weeks later. They sent us a letter in the mail saying, you guys could open up your business in 2 more weeks. Mind you, we put sheets on the doors, and people were still training every day.
Oh, yeah?
We literally lost nobody. We lost one person. Yeah, because they were freaked out because they live with their parents. So that I understand. But... bro, there were sheets on the doors. People were going through the back door in Cape Coral and training every day. I think we didn't train for like the first 2 days. And after 2 days, I kept getting all these texts saying, can we just train?
Yeah. Well, it's because then it was like, what? Because people's work actually said that no one could go to work and stuff like that. So it's like, bro, people got their whole lives flipped. Like they went from working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, not being home, and then they had their 1 hour activity that would help them de-stress to then, now you're stuck at home. And I think that was also a big realization for a lot of people relationship-wise. I want to know how that dealt, like a lot of people got hit, because a lot of people don't realize that, dude, you're away from your spouse for
There's a Netflix documentary. I forgot what it's called. Oh, I think it's called The Longest Third Date. It's on Netflix. This couple starts going on dates. They go on their first date, they go on their second date. For the third date, the guy as a joke was like, oh, for our third date, let's take a plane trip to, I think it was Costa Rica or something like that. And the girl's like, you know what, fuck it, let's go.
COVID happened?
And then COVID happened. So they get stuck in, oh God, I don't remember.
A whole other country?
Yes, for like months. It's crazy. And he's one of those vlog guys. He documents everything. So literally, the whole Netflix movie is him documenting everything during COVID through the eyes of someone who's on a third date with somebody.
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting.
That's insane.
What is that? Like a
I fell asleep before the end, so I don't know if they stayed together or not.
Was it working out, or was it getting rough?
I was tired. I just fell asleep.
Just like something like background a bit.
It was interesting. I was interested in it, but I just fell asleep.
That's fucking wild. That would suck.
Yeah. But listen, relationships got tested. People realizing like I don't want to work typical 9-to-5s got tested.
You know, that was also the big thing, and I hated seeing this when people were getting shit on for the whole unemployment check thing, because like I had so many friends, and then just because then I started working, like I started personal training right away once I got out of the Marine Corps, because that was also what sucked. I got out April 2020. Literally, it was the week the lockdown hit.
Get fucked.
Dude, I was mad as shit because Mac was telling me, because up in North Carolina, it wasn't in effect yet for the military as a whole. Because it was I think like 2 weeks later after I got out is when the military did their mandates.
Yeah.
And so I got out of the Marine Corps just in time because I didn't get the vaccine or anything like that. I didn't get any shots. So I got out before they mandated everything on everyone, or they were forcing people out and getting dishonorables for it. Now people are going back and they're able to argue it because they came out saying like, we should never have done that. Yeah. So people are getting their discharges fixed. Yeah, and they're changing them back up to honorable. But people were getting dishonorable because they were refusing the shot. They were like, no, I'm not doing it. So
how crazy it is that we live in a time where like if you say no to someone sticking something in your body, no.
And there is a difference in the military though. In the military, we basically have to get every shot unless you have a religious reason not to. So yeah, that was the hard part.
It's one thing to get a shot like polio that's
that's been known and studied,
and it's another thing to be like, we just developed this
2 months,
two months ago.
3 months.
We want you to take this. That's like a new soda company coming out and being like, we're not approved by the FDA, but you have to drink this to work here.
A lot of supplements.
What the fuck, dude?
A lot of supplements.
Yeah, but here's the thing: no one says you have to take a supplement.
That's true. Yeah. That is true. No one's forcing it. But I got out April 2020. And so after a few weeks, obviously I'm making calls to people, and right away I was personal training. People that I was meeting, it's 9:13. I was meeting people, and they're telling me, they're like, oh yeah, I don't want to go back to work. And I was like, what are you going to do for money? They're like, no, my unemployment check is some of them were double to triple what they were pulling in for 40 hours a week of work.
Do you
and then people were like shitting on them.
Do you think this was a good thing?
What do you mean?
I'm like torn. I don't think it was a good thing that they just willy-nilly handed out these checks.
Like the unemployment checks?
Yeah, because people got too comfortable and people then were like, I don't want to go work at Chipotle.
And so that's also the thing. And part of it was like,
people got entitled to those checks.
Yes.
And then people who worked at Chipotle were like, I don't want to make $10 an hour anymore. I want to make $50. And Chipotle's like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, but the hard part was for those people, it's just like, do you want to be a slave for 40 hours or do you want to just collect the thing is,
I understand, but then you can't get mad when the period ends.
And so that's it. I was like, well, and that's what I would tell my
Let's be honest, you're taking advantage of the system.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I was like, hey, and because I would tell some of my clients this because they were younger guys, like they were like early 20s, and I was telling them, I was like, yo, that's not going to last forever. I was like, you're going to have to go back. And they were like, but I think I'll ride this out as long. And I was like, what's going to happen when your job wants you back? You're going to tell them no?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, I can ask for more money. And I was like, they're not going to pay you that. They're not going to pay you triple of what you were getting paid originally.
You work at McDonald's, bro. You work at Chipotle. You work at Publix. They're not going to pay you a CEO. Everybody thinks they're entitled to CEO level salary. It's so ridiculous.
California, a senator or something, whatever, like I forget like how states have their representative, but she was pushing for, because obviously election year is coming up, and she was pushing for a $50 an hour minimum wage.
Oh, I saw the video. I was scrolling
on the real news. No bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
Bro, bro?
I learned in high school.
A CEO makes $50 an hour if you break down a salary or something.
They make a lot more.
But you get what I'm saying? Or a manager, or not even a manager. No, it's got to be, because a manager at like a Publix probably only makes like $30 an hour, $35 an hour. If you break it down by the hours they work, because they don't work 40 hours.
Yeah. So if you break it down by hours, because they're working about like 60 to 70 hours a week.
Yeah, they don't get the luxury to clock in and clock out.
Because I know a lot of them, they'll make like 150.
Yes, but you got to remember, it's not strictly 40 hours a week. If you're a manager, you're working 60 hours a week.
So how would I do that? What is that?
What?
150 or 150,000
they make up. And you got to do, let's say it's 40 hours.
Divide that by 12.
No.
Yeah, because then this is their monthly salary, and then divide that by 60. Right?
No.
How would I do this? 6, 12, 18, 24, so 240. 52. You want to make a manager salary as the entry level worker.
Yeah. But you got to work 60 hours a week.
That's 60, and that's at 60 hours a week.
These people want to make $50 an hour, only working 30 to 40
hours.
Yeah,
that's also true. It's not even full-time employees that are saying this stuff. They're like, "Oh, I'm working my 28 to 32 hours, the bare minimum for full-time," and then some of them work their 40, and it's just like, bro, I'm sorry. I started
numbers don't lie.
I think we talked about this. Bro. I started off with personal training making $10 an hour. No, we didn't talk about this on the podcast. This was a whole separate conversation.
This was
I started off personal training at $10 an hour. Like, because people see what I charge now and also what I make now per hour for my class, and they're like, how can you make that? Where do you get off charging? I'm like, because I've also been in this game. What people don't realize, I've been doing this shit for 12 years.
It's a history.
The second I hit 18 years old, I got legally certified in personal training. I've been working out since 16, so I have that workout experience. That doesn't count either. Because a lot of people think that just because you get in shape, that you're going to be a good coach.
Yeah,
no,
I could not coach anybody.
That's a whole. That's
I could not be
I
could not jiu-jitsu. I'm talking about physical fitness. I could not be a coach for somebody.
It could trash. You'll be able to do it. I promise you. He would do it. He could.
But I could not charge from the beginning.
So that's 50, it, and that's it. And so that's it. From the beginning, you won't be able to charge.
I would have to charge like $10, $15 an hour,
and
maybe.
you would be able to. And that's the thing. And after a few years, it was just like
an hour.
It would be like packages. So like how I do it. So right now, my personal training goes for 75, and right now, Mac was even mad at me. She was like, "Why are you only doing 75?" She charges 100.
Yeah.
And she gets plenty of people.
This is for one-on-one, or this is for
one-on-one. So when I do, sometimes. So I also have classes where I do contract work for that, and I get either 50 to 75 depending on when. So it's just like, it's all dependent on the classes, where it's at, how many people. Sometimes what classes do, you'll pay per head. In the beginning, you might only get like $5 per head.
Yeah.
Later down the line, I might make 15 to 25 per head.
Yeah.
But again, it's
I feel like classes are better. Like, is it right? Because if you teach someone one-on-one 75, but if you're charging like 15 to 20 bucks a head and there's 20 people in the class,
you'll make a lot more.
Yeah.
But it's dependent. So like Mac, she doesn't like group fitness. That's not her thing. So it's really dependent on the trainer. I don't mind group fitness. It's fun. I enjoy it. I can put a lot of energy into the class, especially when they start giving it back. It's a lot easier. The hard part is it's not as personal. So it's very hard to have a class of 20, and then I have to make sure all of you are doing right. So it's a lot more impact on me as a trainer because I have to run around and make sure everyone's doing things right. If this person over here has a leg injury, I have to remember that. Plus the person over here with the shoulder, the person.
I'd just rather do 2 or 3 big group classes than have to do like one-on-one private, and the next thing you know, you have to do 8 or 9 of those.
Well, that depends. It depends. It's because, yes, if you're getting those classes, but again, are you a good enough trainer to build up that number? Because that's also it. Because I have trainers that I've seen their classes, they're working with like 8 to 10 people.
Yeah.
My classes currently are at 20 to 25.
Yeah.
So it's just like, obviously, I'm pulling you more. So
but
there's
people
that,
don't understand
that
why you're allowed to charge what you charge.
Yeah.
And the reason is because you have to charge in the beginning, let's say $10 to $15 for physical fitness for a person. Once you get past a certain goal, whether your goal is 50 people or 100 people that you train, that's your resume. Like, because now you're like, now when you bump up from $10 an hour per head, you go, okay, now I charge $25
and it's also not like,
and when people say, why are you allowed to do it? You could say, hey, look, I've been training the last 50, 100 clients, and this is my resume of all these people. This is what works for them.
But
you have a history.
And that's the big point. It's not just time. It's not like I just did this for 12 years. And I was like, okay, cool, I have length of time. Anyone can have length of time. You can just be like, you could be a mediocre person staying in the game for a while.
Yeah.
But Matt, like, I did my time prior. I was a group trainer. I did personal training prior to joining the Marine Corps. When I got in the Marine Corps, I started my own online business. Right away, I still was training. I did it online, got people results online. Then I started becoming the fitness director, or like fitness, what was my title? I think it was fitness director for my unit. So I was the one, I would design workouts for my unit. And that's what kept guys in shape. Now, some of them did their own thing. The guys that did my group stuff, when we had to do group PT, it was off of my workout programming. So I still continued in the Marine Corps, built it off that, got my guys in shape from there, and then went past it, get out of the Marine Corps, get right back into training. So it's just like, and the resume built, it's not just the length of time. It's, okay, are you actually getting the results? Also, what type of certifications? What knowledge do you actually have? Do you only know the bro lifts in the gym and you can tell someone to bicep curl? Because I promise you, there's a lot of different workouts too. So it's like, in any field you go in, just like even in jiu-jitsu, cool, you can teach someone an armbar, but it's like me teaching someone versus you teaching someone. There's going to be a world of a difference. Yeah. So it's like me walking up to someone, if I try to, not say the audacity, but that's like me saying, oh, I'm going to charge $200 because I train every day 15 hours a week, right? But it's just like, okay, I also don't have that many years in, and how many people have I actually had develop anything? Versus you, 12 years in, a business ran, multiple competitions, winning medals, having people under you win medals. So it's like you have that build of time and people. Yeah. So you have that ability to be like, yeah, I'm going to charge you more money. Versus me, I can't do that yet. Yeah. And that's where I don't know why people have that mentality where they look at you and they're like, oh, well, I'm just going to charge what you charge because you do it, so I should be able to. It's like, no, you shouldn't.
You've been in the game 1 year. How are you going to charge what I charge?
That doesn't make
How?
any sense.
How? But the problem is people don't want to take the time to build that resume and start small. Like I said, we need people who work at Publix. We need people that work at Chipotle. We need these people to have these starting jobs. And as you get experience in the work field, you build up. But now every day, some Joe Schmo out of high school or out of college, some chick's like, I just want to be the CEO of a company. How? You haven't worked in the field long enough.
You did the same thing. You worked for Under Armour, right?
No, Reebok.
Reebok. So
yeah, I worked for them for almost 6 years. 5 years. 5 years.
Prior to the Marine Corps, I didn't hold a job. I think the longest job I held was a year. But
I didn't become an assistant manager day one. Yeah. I started off as a salesperson. Then after like 3 months, they're like, we really like you. You're going to be a key holder. Then after that, you become whatever, I forgot what the next title is. And then you get assistant manager. And if I kept going, at some point you become the manager.
And so the thing there, though, what people also don't understand, it's like they want to skip. And just like you said, it's important for these entry jobs. Not just because it's good to just start from there, but it's the lessons learned. So one, I'm going to tell you now, my restaurant experience honestly taught me how to deal with like dickhead clients. Yeah. Like dickhead people where they're just rude because you can't be rude back as a server.
No.
You want your money, or even as a busser, you want your tip out, you want your money, you have to just fucking suck it up. And it sucks because people shouldn't talk to you that way. But the lesson you learn is
dude.
Exactly. You learn that's life. I have to suck it up. I want my money.
You think no one's gonna yell at you in your life?
And then what you learn from there. Okay, I sucked that up. I'm not going to stay at that job. That's what I told myself. I'm not going to stay here. Yeah. So I sucked it up. I took those skills, and then I went into selling shoes. I became the third best seller of shoes in the company I was for in the state. Off of what I learned how to suck it up, because I always dealt with the hard clients. Then from that selling point, I learned how to upsell people. I took selling very seriously. So from me learning how to upsell, sell, my sales techniques got good.
Yeah.
And then while I was there, I was also going to personal training school at night. I learned how to be able to personal train. And I took the skills of being a salesman, applied it there. So it's building
everybody
skills
always
from that
sees the
entry
final
level.
product. Everybody sees the cake when it's finally done. They don't see all the hours that it takes to build the cake, to make the cake from scratch, to put the flour.
And people don't want to see it because you can go on Instagram.
Yeah, because these things have ruined us. Social media has ruined us. They show up for 20 seconds. Insta famous. Everybody thinks they could be insta famous day one. Bro, it doesn't work that way. It's a lot of bro. You know, people don't know, but like there were so many days me and Fabio were like, dude, how are we gonna do this month? How are we gonna figure things out? Bro, bills are due. People think it's just day one. Things just pop up and are good. Oh, you just automatically have 100 members in the gym. It doesn't work that way, dude. There were days where I was like driving home stressing out. I'm like, bro, like getting upset. Bills are due. I'm not even going to sugarcoat crying, where you literally cry because you're like, I'm trying to make this thing work. I'm trying to make this thing work. People don't understand that. They think everything is jovial all the time. Yeah. It's not. There are days you're going to cry. There are days you're going to be upset. There's days you're going to second guess. Am I good enough to do this thing? Can I make this thing work? Am I overshooting myself? Am I thinking too far up here when I should settle for down here? But at the end of the day, you just gotta be like, no, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Just do it.
Every day.
Bad day, bad day. And the thing is, the problem is people think that, oh, because there was a bad day today, that tomorrow's a good day. No. Bro, sometimes it's bad day, bad day, bad day, bad month, bad month, bad month, bad month, a good month, decent month, shit month right afterwards, shit month. And people don't understand that. People think, oh, it's just success all the time. Oh, I'm always winning. You are a fucking idiot if you think life is all about winning all the time, dude.
And again, I think that also comes from a problem with social media because they see these guys who are like, they post up their fancy cars. So one of the biggest things that I love of Andy Frisella is, and he gets hate when he shares these things. He showed him starting, because his first company was Supplement Superstores. It wasn't First Form. He started First Form after he got into the supplement game because he realized
because you got to fail 1,000 times before you hit the gold mine.
Supplement Superstores is still very successful. Yeah. It's just that he saw another avenue and he went with that one as well.
Yeah.
But he shows a picture, and it's still on his Instagram. You can go back to his very first picture. The first picture is a piss-stained mattress that he had to sleep on while he was working construction for 12 hours a day. Yeah. Plus having to sleep inside the store that he bought illegally because you're not allowed to do that, which I also thought was crazy. Yeah. But it's illegal to do that. But him and his partner, he would work 12 hours, and then his partner would work at the store. He would get off of his shift, go work the store, while his partner would go to work, and then at night they would sleep for like 4 or 5 hours, and they would have that one piss stain mattress that they bought for $5, and that was it. And then he says the first, I think, 7 years in total made $52,000. People will hear that and they don't understand. He's like, no, not every year I made 52. Total. In 7 years he made 52. Divide that by 7, and that's what he made each year. But he was just like, that was split between him and his partner. They worked other jobs, building companies, making relationships, showing all that. And he talks about that. And then he'll get hate. People are like, oh, but you had this, you had that. He's like, I had nothing. I was working construction for 14 hours a day. So it's like people don't want to hear the struggle because they think, oh, well, you just got lucky. Maybe luck is a part of it, but you can't deny the work that got put in either.
Bro, you could think you're the luckiest person in the world. If you sit in a room and just sit there and don't do anything, if I just sit here for the next 10 years, I don't move from the spot, doesn't matter how lucky you are.
So
you're not doing anything.
It's like even with your business,
you gotta try things. You gotta do things. You gotta fail at things.
How many emails are you like having to deal with on a daily basis? Probably, right?
Friends, bro. Phone calls, emails, this thing, that thing, bro. It's an always going thing. It wasn't up until like maybe a year ago where I said, you know what? After Friday, I don't look at the gym's emails or phone calls.
You were able to take a little bit of a
because, bro, here's the thing. If I don't answer someone's phone call on a Saturday or Sunday for the gym, if they don't join because of that, because I don't get back to them on Monday,
you can watch.
Whatever.
Yes.
Whatever. If that's your deciding factor of whether or not you join a gym is if I answer your phone call now or if I answer on Monday, if you can't understand that people need a day off too, bro, you know what?
And that was a big lesson for me.
Go find someone else.
There was a time where it was a 2 or 3 month span for me, and I know we're going pretty past time. This is a good topic for a lot of people. I went 3 months and I was trying to work 7 days a week, bro.
Yeah.
And I was always answering phone. And then also my clients, they would text me, I'm immediately answering. And I learned like, dude, one, I had to give myself a day. Yep. Even if it was just one day, I gave myself a day. Now I give myself 2 days.
Dude, even at night, if someone calls me at night, bro, once I'm home, I'm home.
So I cut my time. Right now, I cut my time off at 6 o'clock. Yeah. I tell everyone my last time, because I do a time frame from 5 to 6. So 6 o'clock for me, last time.
That's it.
And so from there, when people do text me or they call me, if they leave a voicemail saying they're calling for dog training, I text them like, hey, I'm sorry, right now I'm off. I will text you according on these times for business hours and things like that. And I let them know I will get back and I give them a response, but it's also a boundary saying, we're not going to talk business right now. I don't care if it's one question.
Yeah, because next thing you know, you form a relationship with that client, and next thing you know, they're texting you at 9 o'clock at night, asking you a bunch of questions.
I was having that. I was having people trying to call me
and next thing you know,
night.
You're trying to decompress at the end of the day, but now you're answering texts because they see it as a friend thing. Bro, it happens here at the gym too. Bro, that's why I like the Instagram DMs from everybody. I check them once a week, maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. Most of the time, I check my Instagram DMs like once or twice a week. And there are people in there like, hey, when can I stop by to try the gym? Bro, I'm sorry. Call. There's a phone number. Call. Email. Send an email. You're not supposed to reach out to people's personal Instagrams, not official, like, this is my work Instagram. Yeah. Bro, and then talk to me about business stuff, dude. I think that's unprofessional, and people cross the line too many times where they blend their personal with their work, and then they end up stressed out all the time. I don't stress any of that shit,
you're going to stress out a lot, and that was, again, it was a lesson I had to learn. And
you got to pull yourself away at some time.
Because especially when you start a business, and that's the hardest thing, is when you start, because everyone has that drive. You want to succeed. Like,
I understand.
And you want that, and it is hard because there was months.
That works when you have 5 people.
Yes.
That works when you have 10 people.
When you're trying to build it. When you are trying to build, you're going to work 7. And that's also the thing. We're saying right now, the 7 days a week and all that, but understand in the beginning, dude, you're gonna work. Like, like you're gonna in the beginning, bro. There is like
when you have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 clients, bro, you can't answer if they all text you.
You're gonna need to start setting a boundary and things like that. But again, you work your way up. You try to set yourself that healthy boundary in the beginning. Good luck.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna be like, wow, this guy never answered. There are, you know how many times I've picked up a client and all they tell me, oh, it's because you answered the phone.
Yeah. And
so it does pay off, but again, there are times where it's like, I'm not going to answer my phone past 6 o'clock. Listen,
everybody's numbers got to be different.
Yeah.
Like, up until you hit like 20, 25 people, where like, if you don't answer and they're like, fine, fuck you, you didn't answer, whatever.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
You can't do that when you only have 2 clients.
Yes, because
Yeah.
you got to build yourself, and that's also the part where people hear about starting a business, and then they're just like, "Well, no, I expected to just start from the bottom." Well, then, all right,
You stupid.
Good luck.
You stupid. You're living a pipe
Yeah.
dream. It's never gonna work out for you. If you have this mindset, just quit now because you better off just working somewhere as a, I don't know, a fucking pooper scooper.
A pooper
A
scooper.
pooper scooper.
Hey, there are people that do that
Oh,
shit. They'll charge
fuck
like
my
$30.
body.
They'll charge $30 an hour to go clean up your yard, picking up dog shit.
That's fucking lazy.
Just, yeah.